Poem 8, Sonnet 8. By John Milton. Summary.
John Milton, 1608 to 1674, was a prominent figure in English literature known for his epic poem Paradise Lost. He excelled in various roles as a poet, orator, writer, and civil servant during the Commonwealth of England. Milton's early poetic endeavors began in college, and he became a leading figure in the Puritan movement for political and religious reform. His influential 1644 speech Areopagitica advocated for freedom of the press.
Throughout Oliver Cromwell's rule, Milton provided intellectual support.
Despite the monarchy's restoration in 1660, he received amnesty for his literary contributions. Despite losing his eyesight in 1652, he remarkably composed Paradise Lost in blindness. Additionally, Milton wrote Petrarchan sonnets, including Sonnet 8, addressing the leaders of the royal forces after a parliamentary retreat during the 1642 Civil War. In this Petrarchan sonnet titled Captain or Colonel, John Milton addresses a military leader, urging them to refrain from harming the defenseless doors of a particular place. The speaker appeals to the leader's sense of honor and suggests that protecting this place will bring them honor and fame. The person within the protected space has the ability to repay the leader for their kindness and spread their reputation far and wide. Milton emphasizes that the person inside holds knowledge and influence that could benefit the military leader in the future. They possess a charm or quality that earns recognition and respect, which can extend across distant lands and seas. The poet then advises against using force against the abode of the Muses, a reference to the arts and creativity. He recalls how even the mighty conqueror Alexander the Great showed restraint towards the house of Pindarus, a renowned ancient Greek poet. When the temples and towers fell, the poet's abode was spared, highlighting the value of preserving cultural and artistic heritage. Milton alludes to Electra's poet, possibly referring to Euripides, whose work centered around the character Electra from Greek mythology. The repeated recitation of his plays had a powerful impact, potentially saving the walls of Athens from destruction. Overall, Milton's sonnet serves as an impassioned plea to a military leader, urging them to recognize the value of protecting places of cultural and artistic significance, as well as the potential rewards that come from such acts of preservation. The poem conveys a deep appreciation for the enduring impact of the arts on society and history. Multiple choice questions. 1. John Milton is the author of the famous epic. A. The Aeneid. B. The Paradise Lost. C. Divine Comedy. D. Prometheus Unbound. 2. The poet expresses great, toward army officers. A. Suspicion. B. Reservation. C. Respect. D. Indignation. 3. By a Mathian conqueror, the poet refers to A. Cicero Julius. B. Caesar. C. Alexander the Great. D. Charlemagne the Just. 4. By Electra poet, Milton refers to A. Horace. B. Pindar. C. Sophocles. D. Euripides. 5. This sonnet follows the pattern established by A. Petrarch. B. Spenser. C. Shakespeare. D. Milton himself. Extra MCQs. 1. What form does John Milton's poem take? A. Sonnet. B. Haiku. C. Epic. D. Limerick. 2. Who is the intended audience of the poem? A. Military leader. B. Artist. C. Poet. D. Scholar. 3. What does the speaker urge the military leader to refrain from doing? A. Harming defenseless doors. B. Invading distant lands. C. Seeking honor and fame. D. Preserving cultural heritage. 4. What quality does the person inside the protected space possess? A. Knowledge and influence.
B. Physical strength. C. Wealth and power. D. Artistic talent. 5. According to the poem, what will protecting the place bring to the military leader? A. Honor and fame. B. Wealth and power. C. Wisdom and knowledge. D. Influence and charm. 6. What does the poet emphasize about the person inside the protected space? A. Their ability to fight. B. Their charm and influence. C. Their wealth and power. D. Their military prowess. 7. What does Milton suggest about the potential future benefit for the military leader? A. They will gain wisdom and knowledge. B. They will earn honor and fame. C. They will spread their reputation. D. They will preserve cultural heritage. 8. What historical figure is mentioned as an example of restraint towards artistic abodes? A. Alexander the Great. B. Julius Caesar. C. Napoleon Bonaparte. D. Genghis Khan. 9. What is the significance of the reference to the abode of the Muses? A. It represents military strategy. B. It symbolizes cultural and artistic significance. C. It refers to a physical fortress. D. It signifies a place of worship. 10. Who is Electra's poet most likely referring to? A. Euripides. B. Homer. C. Ovid. D. Sophocles. 11. How did Electra's poet potentially save the walls of Athens? A. Through military prowess. B. Through repeated recitation of plays. C. Through diplomatic negotiations. D. Through artistic exhibitions. 12. What is the overall message of Milton's sonnet? A. The value of military conquest. B. The importance of preserving cultural heritage. C. The need for political reform. D. The significance of economic prosperity. 13. What does the poem convey appreciation for? A. The enduring impact of the arts. B. The power of military conquest. C. The importance of political alliances. D. The value of economic success. 14. What literary form is used in the poem? A. Sonnet. B. Epic. C. Haiku. D. Limerick. 15. What is the speaker's primary goal in addressing the military leader? A. Urging protection of cultural places. B. Encouraging military conquest. C. Promoting political reform. D. Advocating for economic prosperity. 16. What is the significance of the defenseless doors mentioned in the poem? A. They represent vulnerability and the need for protection. B. They symbolize military strategy. C. They signify the importance of artistic expression. D. They refer to a specific historical event. 17. What is the effect of using Petrarchan sonnet form in this poem? A. It allows for a structured argument and emotional plea. B. It emphasizes military strategy and conquest. C. It highlights the importance of political alliances. D. It conveys a sense of urgency and action. 18. What historical figures are mentioned in the poem? A. Alexander the Great and Pindarus. B. Julius Caesar and Euripides. C. Napoleon Bonaparte and Ovid. D. Genghis Khan and Sophocles. 19. How does the speaker appeal to the military leader's sense of honor? A. By emphasizing the potential for recognition and respect. B. By offering wealth and power in return for protection. C. By recounting a tale of military conquest and victory. D. By highlighting the leader's past achievements. 20. What does the poem ultimately advocate for?
A. The protection of cultural and artistic heritage. B. The pursuit of military conquest and power. C. The need for political reform and revolution.
D. The importance of economic prosperity and success. B. Short questions. 1. What kind of request is made by the poet in the first stanza?
In the first stanza of John Milton's Petrarchan sonnet titled Captain or Colonel, the poet makes a fervent and impassioned request to a military leader. He implores this leader to exercise restraint and refrain from causing harm to a specific, defenseless place. Milton's request is rooted in a deep sense of urgency and concern for the well-being of this vulnerable location. The poet's plea carries a tone of earnest entreaty, emphasizing the gravity of the situation. He implores the military leader to recognize the value and significance of this particular place, which is portrayed as being in a precarious state, potentially facing imminent danger. By using the terms captain or colonel to address the leader, Milton acknowledges their authority and power, positioning them as the key decision-maker in this critical moment. Furthermore, Milton's request is underpinned by a profound respect for the potential impact of the leader's decision. He believes that by heeding this plea and protecting the defenseless doors, the military leader has the opportunity to not only demonstrate their honor and sense of duty but also to secure lasting fame and honor for themselves. This request is not only an appeal for immediate action but also an invitation for the leader to leave a positive and enduring legacy through their compassionate and judicious decisions. Overall, the poet's request in the first stanza is a passionate appeal for empathy, wisdom, and a recognition of the profound consequences that the leader's actions can have on the preservation of cultural and artistic heritage. It reflects Milton's deep appreciation for the enduring impact of the arts on society and history. 2. According to the speaker, what can a poet do? According to the speaker in John Milton's Petrarchan sonnet, a poet holds the power to preserve and protect cultural and artistic heritage. The speaker highlights the significance of a poet's role in advocating for the safeguarding of places associated with the arts and creativity. In the poem, the poet alludes to the great Emathian conqueror, believed to be Alexander the Great, who showed restraint and spared the house of Pindarus, an eminent ancient Greek poet, when temples and towers fell. This example serves to illustrate the potential impact of a poet's influence on historical events. The speaker suggests that through their art and words, a poet possesses the ability to evoke a sense of reverence and protection for places of artistic significance. By reciting their works and contributing to the cultural fabric of society, a poet can play a crucial role in ensuring the preservation of these invaluable treasures. Furthermore, the speaker implies that a poet's creations have the power to resonate across time and space, transcending geographical and temporal boundaries. This underscores the enduring impact that a poet's words can have on the collective memory and heritage of a civilization. In essence, according to the speaker, a poet is not merely a creator of verses, but also a guardian of cultural and artistic legacies. Their words have the potential to inspire a sense of duty and responsibility in those who hold power, urging them to protect and cherish the places associated with the arts for the betterment of society and future generations. 3. Why does the speaker make the allusion of Alexander the Great? The speaker makes the allusion to Alexander the Great in order to emphasize the importance of showing restraint and preserving places of cultural and artistic significance, even in the midst of conflict or conquest. By referencing Alexander, a renowned and powerful conqueror of ancient history, the speaker draws attention to a specific historical instance where the conqueror demonstrated wisdom and respect for artistic heritage. In the poem, the speaker recounts how Alexander, often referred to as the Emathian conqueror, chose to spare the house of Pindarus, a celebrated ancient Greek poet, when temples and towers fell. This act of clemency and recognition for the value of artistic legacy serves as a powerful example of how even amidst the chaos of war and conquest, leaders have the capacity to make decisions that honor the enduring impact of the arts. The speaker uses this allusion to convey a broader message about the transcendent and lasting influence of artistic and cultural heritage. By highlighting Alexander's choice, the speaker implies that leaders, even those with great power, should recognize and preserve the treasures of human creativity. This allusion serves to underscore the speaker's plea to the military leader, urging them to similarly appreciate the significance of protecting places associated with the arts. Ultimately, the allusion to Alexander the Great serves as a historical precedent that reinforces the speaker's appeal for the preservation of cultural and artistic heritage, suggesting that even the most formidable conquerors can leave a positive legacy by respecting and valuing the contributions of artists and poets.
4. Who saved the ancient city Athens from being ruined and how?
According to John Milton's Petrarchan sonnet, the ancient city of Athens was potentially saved from ruin by Electra's poet, who is believed to be Euripides, the renowned Greek playwright. The poem alludes to this poet's repeated recitation of his plays as a powerful force that had the ability to preserve the walls of Athens. Euripides was known for his tragic plays, which often explored themes of human suffering and the complexities of human nature.
One of his famous works, Electra, revolved around the character Electra from Greek mythology.
Through the compelling and emotionally resonant narratives of his plays, Euripides had a profound impact on the cultural and artistic landscape of Athens. In times of crisis, such as potential destruction or invasion, the recitation of Euripides' plays could have served as a unifying and inspirational force for the Athenian populace. The emotional resonance and cultural significance of his works may have stirred a collective sense of identity, pride, and determination to defend their city. Through the power of poetic expression, Euripides potentially played a vital role in rallying the Athenians and contributing to the preservation of their city during a critical juncture in history.
5. Summarize the sonnet in one paragraph.
John Milton's Petrarchan sonnet, titled Captain or Colonel, is a passionate plea to a military leader, urging them to refrain from causing harm to a defenseless place. The speaker emphasizes the importance of preserving cultural and artistic heritage, appealing to the leader's sense of honor and wisdom. The poet draws on historical examples, such as Alexander the Great sparing the house of the poet Pindarus during conquest, to underscore the enduring impact of the arts. Milton implores the military leader to recognize the value of the particular place in question, where knowledge and influence reside. He suggests that protecting this place will not only bring honor and fame to the leader but also secure a positive legacy. The speaker advises against using force on places associated with the Muses, symbolizing artistic and creative endeavors.
The sonnet conveys a deep appreciation for the enduring influence of the arts on society and history.
It urges the military leader to understand the profound consequences their actions can have on the preservation of cultural treasures. The poet employs vivid imagery and historical references to evoke a sense of urgency and importance in protecting places of artistic significance. Ultimately, the sonnet serves as a heartfelt entreaty for empathy, wisdom, and a recognition of the profound impact that the leader's decisions can have on the cultural and artistic heritage of a civilization.
6. How does the sonnet make a prophetic vision about Milton's life?
The sonnet Captain or Colonel by John Milton can be seen as containing a prophetic vision about his own life, particularly in light of the challenges and historical context he faced. The sonnet urges a military leader to protect a defenseless place associated with the arts, emphasizing the enduring impact of cultural and artistic heritage. Milton, in his own life, would go on to face significant challenges and adversity. He lived during a tumultuous period in English history, marked by political and religious upheaval, including the English Civil War and the subsequent Commonwealth period. Milton himself was actively involved in the political and religious debates of his time, aligning himself with Puritanism and serving as a civil servant under Oliver Cromwell's government. The sonnet's plea for the protection of artistic heritage and cultural treasures could be interpreted as reflecting Milton's own dedication to the preservation of intellectual and artistic pursuits. Despite facing personal hardships, including his eventual blindness, Milton continued to write and produce influential works, such as his magnum opus Paradise Lost. This epic poem is considered one of the greatest achievements in English literature and reflects Milton's enduring legacy as a writer and thinker. In this sense, the sonnet's plea for the safeguarding of artistic and cultural heritage can be seen as a prophetic vision of Milton's own commitment to intellectual pursuits, even in the face of adversity. It foretells the enduring impact and legacy that Milton would leave on the world of literature and thought, despite the challenges he would personally encounter.
7. How does Milton show problem and resolution in the sonnet?
In John Milton's sonnet Captain or Colonel, the problem is presented through the urgent plea to a military leader, urging them to refrain from causing harm to a defenseless place associated with the arts.
The speaker emphasizes the potential devastation and loss that could occur if this place is not protected.
The problem lies in the imminent threat posed to this vulnerable location, and the potential disregard for its cultural and artistic significance. The resolution is suggested through historical examples provided in the sonnet. By referencing Alexander the Great's restraint in sparing the house of Pindarus during conquest, the speaker offers a model of wisdom and respect for artistic heritage. This historical precedent serves as a potential solution to the problem at hand. It implies that even in the midst of conflict and conquest, leaders have the capacity to make decisions that honor and preserve the enduring impact of the arts. Furthermore, the speaker's passionate plea itself serves as a form of resolution. By appealing to the military leader's sense of honor, wisdom, and duty, the speaker hopes to inspire a positive course of action that will result in the protection of the defenseless place. The resolution lies in the potential for the leader to leave a positive legacy through their compassionate and judicious decisions. Overall, the sonnet presents a problem in the form of a vulnerable artistic location threatened by conflict, and offers resolutions through historical examples and an impassioned plea to the military leader's sense of honor and duty.
C. Long questions. 1. How does the speaker describe the influence of the poets in the sonnet?
In John Milton's sonnet Captain or Colonel, the speaker describes the influence of poets by highlighting their power to shape history and inspire collective action. The speaker emphasizes the profound impact that poets can have on society, particularly in times of crisis or conflict. The sonnet begins with an urgent plea to a military leader, urging them to exercise restraint and refrain from causing harm to a defenseless place associated with the arts. In doing so, the speaker acknowledges the potential vulnerability of artistic and cultural heritage in the face of external threats. This establishes a premise that underscores the importance of preserving such places. The speaker then turns to historical examples to illustrate the influence of poets. By referencing Alexander the Great's sparing of the house of Pindarus during conquest, the speaker demonstrates how a poet's abode can hold significant sway over the decisions of powerful leaders. This example serves to highlight the potential for poets to directly impact the course of history, even in the midst of military conquest. Furthermore, the speaker alludes to Electra's poet, believed to be Euripides, whose repeated recitation of plays had a powerful effect on the preservation of Athens. This example underscores how a poet's words and creations can serve as a unifying force, rallying a community to protect their city in times of peril. The speaker's depiction of poets as influential figures with the ability to shape the actions of powerful leaders paints them as catalysts for positive change and preservation. Their works carry a weight that transcends time and circumstance, resonating with future generations and leaving a lasting impact on the collective memory of a civilization. Overall, the speaker's description of the influence of poets in the sonnet underscores their capacity to inspire, unite, and shape the course of history, particularly in moments of critical importance and cultural significance.
2. Discuss the sonnet as an elusive poem.
John Milton's sonnet Captain or Colonel is notably characterized as an elusive poem due to its rich tapestry of historical and literary references. Through these allusions, Milton weaves a nuanced and layered narrative that draws upon familiar figures and events to convey a deeper message. One prominent historical allusion in the sonnet is the reference to Alexander the Great, whom the speaker addresses as the Emathian conqueror. By invoking this renowned military leader, Milton evokes a sense of grandeur and authority. The historical context of Alexander's conquests lends weight to the speaker's plea, emphasizing the importance of the situation at hand. Additionally, the mention of Pindarus, an ancient Greek poet, adds a cultural dimension to the poem. Pindarus was celebrated for his odes and victory songs, and by sparing his house, Alexander demonstrated an appreciation for artistic and cultural heritage. This allusion underscores the enduring value of the arts and the need to protect places associated with creativity and intellectual pursuits. The reference to Electra's poet, believed to be Euripides, further enhances the elusive nature of the poem. Euripides was a prominent Greek playwright, known for his tragedies. The repeated recitation of his plays is presented as a powerful force that potentially saved the walls of Athens. This allusion highlights the profound impact of artistic expression on the collective consciousness of a society. These allusions collectively serve to enrich the sonnet, providing layers of meaning and depth that resonate beyond the immediate context. They draw upon shared cultural and historical knowledge, inviting readers to engage with the poem on a more intricate level. Milton's use of these allusions also demonstrates his mastery of classical and historical literature, showcasing his erudition and intellectual prowess. In essence, Captain or Colonel exemplifies the art of allusion, employing historical and literary references to enhance the depth and significance of the poem. Through these references, Milton crafts a multi-dimensional narrative that transcends its immediate context, inviting readers to explore a broader tapestry of cultural and intellectual heritage.
3. Discuss captains or colonels as an Italian or Petrarchan sonnet.
John Milton's sonnet Captain or Colonel adheres to the structure and thematic elements characteristic of an Italian or Petrarchan sonnet.
Petrarchan sonnets traditionally consist of an octave, 8 lines, followed by a sestet, 6 lines, each serving distinct thematic purposes. In the octave, Milton presents a problem or conflict, which is followed by a resolution or a turn in the sestet. In Captain or Colonel, the octave introduces the urgent plea to a military leader, urging them to refrain from causing harm to a defenseless place associated with the arts. The speaker emphasizes the potential devastation and loss that could occur if this place is not protected. This establishes the problem at hand, emphasizing the vulnerability of artistic and cultural heritage. The sestet, in turn, provides the resolution or the turn. Milton achieves this by drawing on historical examples to illustrate the potential impact of a poet's influence. The speaker references Alexander the Great's restraint in sparing the house of Pindarus during conquest, underscoring the enduring impact of the arts and the potential for leaders to make decisions that honor and preserve artistic heritage. Furthermore, the speaker alludes to Electra's poet, believed to be Euripides, whose repeated recitation of plays had a powerful effect on the preservation of Athens. This example highlights the potential of a poet's words to inspire and unite a community in the face of adversity. The Petrarchan structure of the sonnet allows for a distinct shift in tone and theme between the octave and sestet, providing a framework for the presentation of a problem followed by a resolution. This traditional structure is well suited to Milton's plea for the protection of artistic heritage, as it allows for a nuanced exploration of the potential consequences of the military leader's decision. Overall, Captain or Colonel exemplifies the Petrarchan sonnet form through its adept handling of thematic development and resolution within the confines of the octave sestet structure. Best of luck!